Early life and football beginnings. Nicolas Asensio was born on August 28, 1980, in Saint-Étienne, a city known for its rich footballing history and passionate fanbase. Growing up in a country where football holds an undeniable significance, Asensio was naturally drawn to the sport from a young age. He was raised in an environment where sports were not just a pastime, but a way of life, and football was at the heart of his family's interests. Asensio's early exposure to the game involved playing on the streets and in local parks, where his talent quickly became apparent. His potential was noticed by local scouts, and at the age of 13, he joined the youth academy of AS Saint-Étienne, one of the most prestigious clubs in French football. The club, which boasts a deep history of nurturing homegrown talent, proved to be the perfect environment for Asensio's development. During his formative years at AS Saint-Étienne, he honed his skills as a forward, making a name for himself with his exceptional speed, technical ability, and knack for finding the back of the net. It didn't take long for Asensio to progress through the ranks, and by the time he turned 18, he made his professional debut for the senior team. The transition from youth football to senior football wasn't an easy one, but Asensio's maturity and ability to adapt allowed him to quickly make his mark in the French top flight. The breakthrough at AS Saint-Étienne. Asensio's breakthrough season at AS Saint-Étienne came during the 1998-1999 Ligue 1 campaign. After impressing in the youth ranks, he made his first team debut in the French Ligue 1, a league known for its competitive nature. His style of play, characterized by powerful runs and clinical finishing, soon caught the attention of both fans and coaches. At such a young age, Asensio showed a maturity on the pitch that belied his years. During his time at Saint-Étienne, Asensio helped the club in its efforts to maintain its standing in Ligue 1. Though he was still a relatively young player, his goal-scoring ability and work ethic made him an integral part of the team. Asensio's ability to play both as a central striker and on the wings gave the coach tactical flexibility, and his performance helped him secure a starting position in the team. While his time at Saint-Étienne was marked by sporadic appearances and a lack of consistent game time, Asensio's potential was evident. He spent several years with the club before moving on, but the experience in Ligue 1 provided him with the necessary foundation to elevate his career to the next level. Move to Ligue 2 and later career. After a few seasons with AS Saint-Étienne, Asensio moved to Ligue 2, the second tier of French football, in search of more regular first-team football. In 2002, he signed for LB Châteauroux, a club looking to make a return to Ligue 1. This move proved to be a pivotal point in Asensio's career. At Châteauroux, he was given a more significant role within the squad, which allowed him to show his true potential. In his time at LB Châteauroux, Asensio became a central figure in the club's attack. He formed strong partnerships with his teammates and contributed greatly to the team's successes in the league. His performance at Châteauroux attracted the attention of several Ligue 1 clubs, and it wasn't long before he was offered a move back to the top tier of French football. After his successful stint in Ligue 2, Asensio returned to Ligue 1 with FC Metz in 2005. His time at Metz was more fruitful compared to his earlier years in the top division, as he established himself as one of the key attacking players in the squad. Asensio's experience in Ligue 1 provided him with the opportunity to refine his game, and he quickly became a prominent name in French football. Success in Spain with UD Salamanca and Sporting Gijón. While Asensio's early career was defined by his time in France, the latter part of his playing days saw him move abroad to Spain. In 2007, he signed with UD Salamanca, a team competing in Spain's second tier. Asensio's spell in La Liga 2 was one of the most significant phases of his career, as he became one of the standout players in the division. His performances for Salamanca helped the club remain competitive and provided Asensio with regular game time, allowing him to once again show his attacking prowess. During his time at UD Salamanca, Asensio made a substantial impact on the pitch. He contributed with both goals and assists, and his performances earned him a move to Sporting Gijón in 2009, a club competing in La Liga. At Gijón, Asensio reached the peak of his Spanish career, playing in La Liga for the first time. His time with Sporting Gijón marked a new chapter in his professional life, as he faced the challenge of playing in one of Europe's most competitive leagues. returned to France and later years. After his spell in Spain, Asensio returned to France to continue his career. He joined Nîmes Olympique in 2012, a club competing in Ligue 2. His move back to France allowed him to finish his career on a high note, as he continued to contribute to the success of his new team. Though his pace and physicality had diminished with age, Asensio's experience and footballing intelligence made him a key leader both on and off the pitch. Asensio retired from professional football in 2014, having played in France, Spain, and various lower league clubs over the course of his career. He left the game with a reputation as a hard-working, versatile attacker who had made significant contributions to every team he played for. His career was marked by his consistency, his adaptability in different leagues, and his ability to remain relevant in competitive football despite facing various challenges throughout his career. Legacy and influence. While Raúl Garén may not have enjoyed the same level of fame or success as some of his more celebrated contemporaries, he carved out a respectable career for himself and left a lasting impact on every club he represented. His career can be described as one that was marked by perseverance, versatility, and the kind of quiet professionalism that many football fans, especially those in Ecuador, will always remember. Garén was not just a player with flair and pace, but also one who possessed a strong footballing mind. His contributions to the Ecuador national team were significant during the 2000s, and he remains one of the notable names of Ecuador's rise on the international stage. For many fans of LDU Quito, the club where he spent some of his best years, Garén's name will always be associated with the club's successes in the domestic league and in international competitions. Even though his professional footballing career is over, Garén's influence remains within the Ecuadorian footballing community. He continues to be an ambassador for the sport in his home country and remains a respected figure among football fans. As of today, Raúl Garén can be found involved in youth development and coaching initiatives in Ecuador, passing on his wealth of knowledge and experience to the next generation of players. His career may not have reached the heights of some of the global footballing superstars, but his contributions to Ecuadorian football and his journey through both domestic and international football remain an inspiration for young players looking to follow in his footsteps. Early life and beginnings. Edwin Tenorio was born on February 18, 1980, in Guayaquil, Ecuador, a city known for its vibrant football culture. From a young age, he showed a remarkable talent for the sport, which was nurtured by his family's deep connection to football. His father, a former amateur player, often took him to local matches, and it was during these formative years that Edwin's love for the game truly blossomed. He grew up in a neighborhood where football was the dominant sport, and it wasn't long before Tenorio started playing in local youth leagues, quickly gaining attention for his skillful play and natural ability to read the game. Tenorio's early development was guided by his determination and a fierce competitive spirit, which would characterize his entire career. As a child, he showed remarkable versatility on the pitch, excelling in various positions, though his future as a central midfielder was soon sealed due to his commanding presence and ability to dictate play. His determination, technical ability, and tactical awareness saw him rise through the ranks of Ecuadorian football, eventually leading to his first professional contract. Early career and breakthrough. Tenorio's professional career began in 1998 with Club Sport Emelec, one of the most popular and successful clubs in Ecuador. At just 18 years old, he was given the opportunity to play in the Ecuadorian Serie A, the country's top football division. It was here that Tenorio began to establish himself as a promising young talent. His energy, vision, and distribution skills in the midfield caught the attention of coaches and fans alike, and he quickly became an integral part of Emelec's midfield. At Emelec, Tenorio was known for his ability to break up opposition attacks and start counterattacks with quick, accurate passes. His maturity in the middle of the park, despite his age, impressed many observers. He was not just a defensive midfielder, but a player who could contribute offensively, helping to create opportunities for the forwards while also contributing goals and assists. His ability to control the tempo of the game and remain composed under pressure made him a key player for Emelec. In 2000, after proving his worth at Emelec, Tenorio received his first call-up to the Ecuador national team. He made his debut in a World Cup qualifier and quickly established himself as a key figure in the team. This marked the beginning of what would become an international career that spanned over a decade and earned him recognition as one of Ecuador's finest midfielders. International career and major achievements. Tenorio's rise to prominence on the international scene came during the early 2000s, a time when Ecuador's national football team began to make waves in South American football. After several years of hard work and consistent performances with Emelec, Tenorio played a pivotal role in Ecuador's qualification for the 2002 FIFA World Cup, their first ever appearance at a World Cup tournament. He was instrumental in the team's midfield, playing in all of the qualifying matches and helping Ecuador secure a place in the competition. Although Ecuador was eliminated in the group stage of the 2002 World Cup, Tenorio's performance in the qualifiers had already made a significant impact. His combative nature and tactical intelligence were evident in the way he anchored the midfield, helping Ecuador maintain balance between defense and attack. Tenorio's tireless work ethic and ability to recover possession made him a standout player for the national team. In the 2006 FIFA World Cup in Germany, Tenorio again played an important role in Ecuador's success, which saw them reach the round of 16. This tournament marked the peak of Ecuador's footballing success on the world stage, and Tenorio was a key figure in their midfield, working tirelessly to break up opposition plays while also linking up with his attacking teammates. The team's achievement of reaching the knockout stages was considered a historic milestone for Ecuadorian football, and Tenorio's leadership in midfield was widely praised. In addition to his World Cup appearances, Tenorio also represented Ecuador in multiple Copa America tournaments, where Ecuador consistently showed improvement. His performance in these continental tournaments helped solidify his reputation as one of South America's most dependable and skillful midfielders. Peak of club career and international success. After several successful years with Emelec, Tenorio made a significant move to Brazil, where he joined Fluminense FC in 2007. His time in Brazil marked a new chapter in his career, as he joined one of the most successful and historically significant clubs in South American football. Playing in the Brazilian Campeonato Brasileiro Serie A, Tenorio was exposed to a different style of play that further developed his technical abilities. During his time at Fluminense, Tenorio became known for his leadership, versatility, and experience. He helped the club navigate through some challenging seasons, providing stability and depth to the midfield. Despite his initial struggles to adapt to the Brazilian game, Tenorio eventually became a key player for Fluminense, contributing to the team's success in domestic and international competitions. His leadership qualities were also evident in his time with the Ecuador national team. By this point in his career, Tenorio was one of the most experienced players on the team, and his influence in the locker room and on the pitch was invaluable. He was a consistent performer for the national team, often captaining Ecuador in their international fixtures. In 2010, Tenorio moved back to Ecuador, where he joined Club Deportivo El Nacional, one of the country's most successful and historically significant clubs. Although his time with El Nacional was shorter, it provided him with an opportunity to help develop younger players and pass on his vast experience. He was a mentor to the club's young midfielders, and his leadership continued to be felt both on and off the pitch. Later career and retirement. As Tenorio moved into his 30s, his role on the pitch began to change. While still a key figure for his club and national team, he began to focus more on a deeper, controlling role in midfield, where his passing range and game intelligence could continue to shine. In the latter stages of his career, Tenorio played for several clubs in Ecuador, including Deportivo Quito and Liga Deportiva Universitaria, LDU, helping guide these teams through important league campaigns. Tenorio officially retired from professional football in 2015, after more than a decade of international and domestic success. By the time of his retirement, Tenorio had played in over 100 international matches for Ecuador and had become one of the most respected figures in Ecuadorian football. His retirement marked the end of an era for the national team, as he was one of the last remaining players from Ecuador's golden generation of the early 2000s. Erik Edman, a detailed biography of a Swedish footballer. Erik Edman is a retired Swedish footballer who is widely regarded for his strength, versatility, and commitment to the game, particularly during his time as a left-back. Throughout his career, Edman played for various top clubs in Europe and represented the Swedish national team in multiple international competitions. Known for his defensive prowess, his precise crossing ability, and his leadership on the pitch, Edman made a significant impact on Swedish football both domestically and internationally. Early life and beginnings. Born on November 11, 1980, in Stockholm, Sweden, Erik Edman developed an early interest in football. Like many Swedish players, his first experiences with the sport came through local clubs, where he honed his skills. As a youngster, Edman demonstrated a natural affinity for the game and began to excel as a left-back, which would become his signature position throughout his career. Edman joined the youth ranks of Vasalunds IF, a club in his hometown, where he began to develop the technical and physical skills needed to compete at higher levels. His potential was evident early on, and it wasn't long before he caught the attention of scouts from larger clubs in Sweden. His disciplined approach, paired with his strong defensive capabilities, set him on a path toward professional football. Breakthrough in Swedish football. Erik Edman's professional career began when he joined Östers IF in 1997. At Östers IF, Edman rapidly established himself as a reliable and skillful left-back. His early performances in Sweden's Allsvenskan League made him a key player for the club, earning him a reputation as one of the most promising young talents in Swedish football. He spent several seasons at the club, improving his game and catching the eye of larger clubs. His success with Östers IF laid the foundation for his subsequent move to one of Sweden's top clubs, IFK Östersund, where he continued to rise through the ranks of Swedish football. His ability to defend, while also contributing to the attack with precise crosses and offensive runs, set him apart as a complete player capable of excelling in various tactical systems. Move to Europe and international recognition. Edman's breakthrough moment on the international stage came when he signed with French club Rennes in 2004. The move marked a significant step in Edman's career, as he transitioned from Swedish football to a more competitive European environment in Ligue 1. Playing for Rennes, Edman quickly earned a reputation as one of the best left-backs in the French league due to his solid defensive performances and his ability to join the attack with well-timed overlapping runs. His move to France was also a springboard to international recognition. In 2005, Edman was called up to represent Sweden at the 2006 FIFA World Cup in Germany, where he played a vital role in the team's campaign. His steady defensive displays, along with his contributions going forward, were crucial for the Swedish side as they advanced to the knockout stages. Edman's World Cup appearances helped elevate his profile in European football and further solidified his standing as one of Sweden's top defensive talents. Career peak, playing for major European clubs. After his successful World Cup showing in 2006, Edman attracted interest from larger clubs across Europe, and his next career move took him to Tottenham Hotspur in England. Joining the Premier League club was a significant step for Edman, as he had the opportunity to compete in one of the most competitive football leagues in the world. At Tottenham, Edman continued to impress with his solid defensive abilities and work ethic, quickly establishing himself as a reliable figure on the left side of defense. While at Tottenham Hotspur, Edman faced competition for his starting spot, but his consistency earned him playing time in both the Premier League and international competitions like the UEFA Cup, now known as the UEFA Europa League. His time at Spurs also coincided with the team's transition under new management, as Edman experienced both highs and lows during his tenure at the club. Edman's time in the Premier League came to a close in 2007 when he moved to Trabzonspor in Turkey. His tenure in Turkey proved to be successful, as he helped the club secure several important victories in Super League competitions and contribute to the team's European aspirations. At Trabzonspor, Edman's leadership and experience were highly valued, and his performances on the field continued to draw praise. Main achievements and successes. Throughout his career, Erik Edman achieved numerous accolades both domestically and internationally. Some of his key achievements include Swedish national team recognition. Edman earned 64 caps for the Swedish national team, playing in major international tournaments such as the 2006 FIFA World Cup and the UEFA Euro 2004. His performances for Sweden helped elevate his standing as one of the best defenders in the country. Swedish domestic success. At the club level, Edman won several domestic trophies with clubs like Östers IF and IFK Östersund, which helped lay the foundation for his future career in Europe. Club achievements. While playing for Rennes in League One, Edman helped the team achieve respectable league finishes and qualify for European competitions. His time at Tottenham Hotspur saw him participate in the UEFA Cup, and he enjoyed significant success in Turkey with Trabzonspor, where he contributed to their successes in the Super League. Defensive prowess. Edman's versatility and reliability as a left-back earned him numerous individual honors during his career. He was known for his exceptional defensive qualities, his discipline on the ball, and his ability to contribute offensively when needed. The last years of football, retirement and transition to coaching. As Edman entered his 30s, the pace of top-flight football began to take its toll. He continued to play at Trabzonspor before eventually transitioning to his final club, Eskişehirspor, where he finished his professional playing career. After retiring, Edman turned his attention to coaching and began working with younger players, helping to pass on his wealth of experience to the next generation. Although Edman did not enjoy the same level of fame or recognition as some of his contemporaries, he remained a respected figure in Swedish football and a model professional throughout his career. His decision to move into coaching was a natural progression for someone with such an in-depth understanding of the game. Legacy and conclusion. Erik Edman's footballing legacy is one of consistency, professionalism, and adaptability. While he may not have played for the largest clubs or won major international tournaments, his solid performances for clubs like Tottenham Hotspur, Rennes, and Trabzonspor have ensured that he is remembered as one of Sweden's most reliable left-backs. Edman's versatility in defense, ability to contribute going forward, and leadership on the pitch allowed him to have a lasting impact both domestically and internationally. After his retirement from professional football, Edman's involvement in coaching has kept him connected to the game, and he continues to influence Swedish football. For many, Edman's commitment to his craft, his consistency on the field, and his professionalism off it are what define his career. Today, he is regarded as one of the top Swedish fullbacks of his generation, and his legacy in the football world remains intact. In conclusion, Erik Edman's career is a testament to hard work, dedication, and the pursuit of excellence. His influence on Swedish football, as well as his success in Europe, has left an indelible mark on the sport.
Early life and beginnings. Sejapan Tomas was born on March 6, 1976, in Bugono, located in the then Socialist Federal Republic of Yugoslavia, now Bosnia and Herzegovina. Growing up during a tumultuous period in the Balkans, Tomas found solace and passion in football. His early exposure to the sport began in local clubs, where he demonstrated natural talent and a strong work ethic that set him apart from his peers. These early experiences would lay the foundation for a successful professional career. Club career, early steps in Croatia. Tomas began his professional career with NK Zagreb, a Croatian club that gave him his first exposure to top-level football. His performances at Zagreb quickly caught the attention of Dinamo Zagreb, one of Croatia's most prestigious clubs. Joining Dinamo in 1997, Tomas became a vital part of the team's defense. His time at the club was marked by domestic success, including league titles and cup victories, solidifying his reputation as a reliable and tenacious defender. Moved to European football. In 2000, Tomas made the leap to European football, signing with Vicenza Calcio in Italy's Serie A. Although the team struggled during his tenure, Tomas gained valuable experience playing against some of the world's best forwards. This experience honed his defensive skills and prepared him for further challenges on the European stage. Success in Turkey. Tomas's career reached new heights when he moved to Turkey in 2003, joining Fenerbahçe. During his time at the club, Tomas became a central figure in defense, helping the team win the Turkish Super League title. His commanding presence and ability to read the game made him a fan favorite. Following his success at Fenerbahçe, Tomas transferred to Galatasaray in 2004, a move that intensified his rivalry with his former club. At Galatasaray, Tomas enjoyed another fruitful period, winning multiple trophies, including another Super League title. His time at Galatasaray cemented his status as one of the league's most reliable defenders. Tomas later joined Gaziantepspor and Gençlerbirliği, continuing his career in Turkey and contributing to their defenses with his wealth of experience and leadership. International career with Croatia. Sajepan Tomas earned 49 caps for the Croatian national team between 1998 and 2006, representing his country in several major tournaments. His international debut came during an era of transition for Croatian football following their remarkable third-place finish in the 1998 FIFA World Cup. 2002 FIFA World Cup, Tomas played a key role in Croatia's defensive lineup, participating in the group stage matches. Despite the team's early exit, Tomas's performances were commendable. UEFA Euro 2004, he featured prominently during the tournament, where Croatia faced tough competition in their group. Tomas's experience and calmness under pressure were vital assets. 2006 FIFA World Cup, this marked Tomas's final major tournament with the national team. Despite a controversial handball incident in a crucial group stage match against Australia, Tomas remained an important figure in Croatia's defensive setup. Playing style and strengths. Sajepan Tomas was known for his physicality, aerial prowess, and tactical intelligence. Standing at 1.85 meters, 6 feet 1 inch, he was a commanding presence in the air, making him effective both defensively and offensively during set pieces. His ability to read the game and his disciplined approach to defending earned him respect from coaches and teammates alike. Tomas was also versatile, capable of playing as a center-back or defensive midfielder. This adaptability allowed him to fill various roles depending on his team's needs, making him a valuable asset throughout his career. Post-retirement life. After retiring from professional football, Tomas transitioned into coaching. He took on assistant and head coaching roles at various clubs, including teams in Turkey, where he spent much of his playing career. His deep understanding of the game and leadership qualities made him a promising figure in football management. Legacy. Sajepan Tomas's career is a testament to his resilience, adaptability, and passion for football. From his early days in Croatia to his success in Turkey and on the international stage with Croatia, Tomas consistently demonstrated professionalism and dedication. While his playing career may not have garnered widespread global attention, his contributions to his teams and his role in Croatian football history remain significant. Conclusion. Sajepan Tomas's journey from the fields of Bugano to the stadiums of Europe highlights the power of determination and hard work. His career serves as an inspiration to young footballers, particularly those from the Balkans, proving that talent combined with perseverance can lead to success at the highest levels of the sport. Early life and football beginnings. Magnus Hedman was born on June 19, 1973, in Östersund, Sweden, where his love for football began at a young age. Growing up in a sports-oriented family, Hedman was naturally inclined to pursue athletic activities, and football became his primary passion. He initially played for local youth clubs, showcasing his natural talent as a goalkeeper. His early exposure to football in Östersund provided the foundation for what would become a successful career in professional football. As a young player, Hedman was determined to make his mark in the football world. His early years in the sport were spent honing his skills in various youth teams. Despite the challenges of growing up in a small city, Hedman's talent did not go unnoticed. By the time he was in his teenage years, he had already developed a reputation for his quick reflexes, leadership on the pitch, and his exceptional shot-stopping ability. These qualities were to define his career as a goalkeeper. Rise to prominence, domestic career and early success. Magnus Hedman began his professional football career with Östers IF, a club in Sweden's Allsvenskan, the top division of Swedish football. He made his debut for the club in 1991, at the age of 18. Hedman quickly became the starting goalkeeper for Östers IF, and it was at this club that he began to establish himself as one of Sweden's most promising young goalkeepers. His performances at Östers IF earned him recognition not only in Sweden but also from scouts across Europe. By the mid-1990s, Hedman's reputation had grown significantly. He played an integral role in Östers IF's campaigns in the Allsvenskan and showed himself to be a reliable and capable goalkeeper. His ability to command his area and make critical saves in high-pressure situations made him a standout player. In 1996, Hedman's consistent performances at Östers led to his move to IFK Göteborg, one of Sweden's most prestigious football clubs. At IFK Göteborg, Hedman reached new heights, becoming one of the leading goalkeepers in Swedish football. He helped the club win the Allsvenskan title in 1996, which solidified his place as one of Sweden's best. Hedman's shot-stopping abilities and consistency were a major asset to the team during this period. As a result, he was regularly called up to represent Sweden at the international level, marking the beginning of his illustrious career with the Swedish national team. Move to the Premier League, Coventry City, and international recognition. In 2000, Hedman made the move to England, joining Coventry City in the Premier League. This was a significant step in his career, as the Premier League was known for its competitive nature and high level of football. At Coventry City, Hedman continued to impress with his strong performances between the posts, earning praise for his agility and reflexes. He spent several seasons with the club, becoming one of the most reliable goalkeepers in the Premier League. While at Coventry, Hedman also became a regular member of the Swedish national team. He was called up to represent Sweden in major international tournaments, including the UEFA European Championship and the FIFA World Cup. Hedman's international debut came in 1999, and he went on to earn over 30 caps for Sweden. His most notable achievement with the national team came at the 2002 FIFA World Cup in South Korea and Japan, where Sweden reached the quarterfinals, and Hedman played a key role in their strong defensive performances. Hedman's performances at both club and international level earned him widespread recognition. His ability to perform under pressure and his leadership qualities in goal were key factors in his success. Although he was not always the undisputed first-choice goalkeeper for Sweden, his contributions during important matches earned him respect from fans and fellow professionals. Peak of his career, successful seasons in England and Sweden. Hedman's time at Coventry City allowed him to showcase his talents on one of the world's biggest football stages. His performances in the Premier League, especially during his first few seasons, highlighted his talent as a goalkeeper. He earned praise for his commanding presence in the box, quick reflexes, and decision-making skills. However, as is often the case with goalkeepers in the Premier League, Hedman faced stiff competition for the starting role, and his time at Coventry became marked by periods of being both the first choice and the backup goalkeeper. In 2003, Hedman moved to Chelsea, one of the most prestigious football clubs in England, although his opportunities at Stamford Bridge were limited. At Chelsea, Hedman found himself competing for a spot in the team with established goalkeepers such as Petr Cech and Carlo Cudicini. Despite this, his experience and leadership qualities made him a valuable addition to the squad. He remained with the club for a few seasons but did not feature regularly in matches. His role at Chelsea was primarily that of a backup goalkeeper. Hedman's career continued to flourish as he played out the final years of his playing career at AIK, a major club in Sweden. At AIK, Hedman rediscovered his form and became a key figure for the club, leading them in domestic competitions. His time in Sweden marked the closing chapter of his career, and it was here that Hedman decided to retire from professional football. Retirement and post-football career. Magnus Hedman officially retired from professional football in 2011, marking the end of a highly successful career that spanned over 2 decades. After his retirement, Hedman remained involved in the footballing world, taking up various roles. He became a football commentator and pundit for Swedish television, where his expert analysis and insight into the game earned him a following. Hedman also worked as a goalkeeping coach and was involved in various football development initiatives. In addition to his footballing endeavors, Hedman has been known for his charitable work, supporting various causes and giving back to his community. His transition into life after football has been relatively smooth, as he found new ways to remain connected to the sport and to continue making an impact. Main achievements: Swedish Allsvenskan champion with IFK Göteborg, 1996. FIFA World Cup 2002, quarterfinals with Sweden. Multiple UEFA European Championship and FIFA World Cup appearances for Sweden. Premier League appearances for Coventry City and Chelsea. Notable international performances, particularly during 1999 to 2005. Legacy and influence. Magnus Hedman's career is a testament to the skill, dedication, and perseverance required to succeed at the highest levels of football. While he may not be as widely known as some of his contemporaries, Hedman's impact on Swedish football and his contributions to the national team cannot be understated. His time in the Premier League, his role in Sweden's international successes, and his leadership between the posts make him one of Sweden's most respected goalkeepers. Hedman's career serves as an inspiration to young goalkeepers everywhere, showing that hard work, resilience, and a strong mentality are essential for achieving success. His legacy lives on, both in his performances on the pitch and in his post-retirement contributions to the sport. Early life and youth career. Robert Jarni was born on October 26, 1968, in Čakovec, Croatia, then part of Yugoslavia. Growing up in the picturesque Međimurje region, Jarni displayed a love for football from an early age. His athleticism and natural ability stood out among his peers, and he soon joined the youth ranks of NK Čakovec, a local club that nurtured his early development. Jarni's football journey took a significant step forward when he moved to Hajduk Split, one of Croatia's premier clubs. His time at Hajduk's renowned youth academy was instrumental in shaping his career. Known for his speed, technical prowess, and versatility, Jarni excelled in various positions but particularly thrived as a left-sided player, both in defense and midfield. Club career beginnings with Hajduk Split. Jarni made his professional debut for Hajduk Split in 1986, at the age of 18. It was immediately clear that he was destined for great things. During his time at the club, he played as a dynamic left-back and occasionally as a left midfielder. His overlapping runs, pinpoint crosses, and defensive reliability quickly earned him a reputation as one of Yugoslavia's brightest young talents. With Hajduk Split, Jarni won the Yugoslav Cup in 1987, showcasing his ability to perform in high-pressure situations. Over the next few seasons, he became a key player for the club, amassing 128 appearances and scoring 17 goals in league competitions. His performances at Hajduk drew the attention of top European clubs, and it wasn't long before he moved abroad. European adventures, Bari, Torino, and Juventus. In 1991, Jarni signed with AS Bari in Italy's Serie A, marking the start of his European club career. At Bari, he adapted to the challenges of playing in one of the most competitive leagues in the world. Despite Bari's struggles as a team, Jarni's performances were exceptional, and he quickly became known for his attacking contributions from defense. His impressive displays earned him a transfer to Torino in 1992. At Torino, Jarni was part of a squad that competed in the top half of Serie A. He played a key role in Torino's tactical setup, blending defensive solidity with his trademark marauding runs down the left flank. During his time at the club, Jarni helped Torino reach the Coppa Italia final in 1993. In 1994, Jarni achieved a career milestone by signing with Juventus, one of Italy's biggest clubs. Though his time at Juventus was brief, it was a testament to his standing as one of the best left-backs in Europe. He contributed to Juventus' successful campaign in Serie A and played alongside some of the game's greatest players. Peak years in Spain, Real Betis and Real Madrid. Jarni's next chapter took him to Spain, where he joined Real Betis in 1995. His move to La Liga proved to be a perfect fit for his playing style. At Betis, Jarni was given the freedom to express himself offensively, often operating as a wingback or wide midfielder. His incredible stamina, precise crossing, and ability to score goals made him a fan favorite. He played a pivotal role in Betis' rise during the mid-1990s, helping the team secure top finishes in La Liga. In 1998, Jarni signed with Real Madrid, one of the most prestigious clubs in the world. Although his time at Real Madrid was short-lived, it was a crowning moment in his career. He contributed to the team's success in domestic and European competitions, adding depth to a squad filled with superstars. Final club years and retirement. After his stint with Real Madrid, Jarni moved to Las Palmas in 1999, where he played for 2 seasons. Despite being in the latter stages of his career, Jarni remained a consistent performer, using his experience and tactical intelligence to help Las Palmas in their campaigns. Jarni retired from professional football in 2002, bringing an end to a distinguished club career that spanned over 16 years. Throughout his journey, he played in some of Europe's top leagues, earning respect and admiration for his contributions on and off the field. International career. Robert Jarni's international career was equally remarkable. He made his debut for the Yugoslavia national team in 1990 and played in the 1990 FIFA World Cup. However, following Croatia's independence, Jarni became a key player for the newly formed Croatian national team in the mid-1990s. Jarni was an integral part of Croatia's legendary squad that achieved 3rd place in the 1998 FIFA World Cup in France. Playing as a left wing-back, he was instrumental in Croatia's success, combining defensive solidity with offensive flair. His stunning goal against Germany in the quarterfinals remains one of the most iconic moments in Croatian football history. Jarni earned 81 caps for Croatia, scoring 1 goal. His leadership, consistency, and professionalism made him a cornerstone of the team during its golden era. Coaching career. After retiring as a player, Jarni transitioned into coaching. He began by managing youth teams and lower division clubs in Croatia, sharing his wealth of experience with aspiring players. Jarni also had stints as the head coach of Croatia's U19 national team and other professional clubs, demonstrating his passion for developing young talent. Although his coaching career has not reached the heights of his playing days, Jarni remains a respected figure in Croatian football circles. His dedication to the sport continues to inspire the next generation of players. Legacy. Robert Jarni is remembered as one of the greatest Croatian footballers of all time. His blend of skill, athleticism, and tactical intelligence set him apart as a player. Jarni's contributions to the Croatian national team during its golden era, particularly in the 1998 World Cup, cemented his place in football history. Beyond his achievements on the pitch, Jarni is celebrated for his professionalism, humility, and commitment to the game. His journey from a small town in Croatia to the heights of European football serves as an inspiration to aspiring players worldwide. Conclusion. Robert Jarni's career is a testament to the power of talent, hard work, and perseverance. From his early days at Hajduk Split to his adventures across Europe and his heroics for the Croatian national team, Jarni left an indelible mark on football. Today, he continues to contribute to the sport, ensuring his legacy lives on for generations to come.
Early life and career beginnings. Francesco Totti, born on September 27, 1976, in Rome, Italy, is widely regarded as one of the greatest footballers to ever play the game, particularly known for his loyalty to Roma. Growing up in the heart of the Italian capital, Totti's love for football was nurtured from an early age. His talent became evident in his youth years, where he started playing for local club Fortitudo when he was just 6 years old. His early promise in youth football soon led him to the AS Roma Academy, a decision that would define his career. Totti's talent on the pitch was undeniable. As a child, he played as a striker, demonstrating an innate goal-scoring ability. His quick feet, vision, and ability to read the game earned him a reputation as a natural leader. By the age of 13, he was already showing signs of the remarkable skill set that would later become synonymous with his name. Professional debut and rise to prominence. In 1992, Totti made his first appearance for AS Roma's senior team at the age of 16, under the management of then-coach Carlo Mazzone. Despite his youth, Totti quickly proved himself capable of competing at the top level. His debut came in a Serie A match against Brescia, a milestone that marked the beginning of his illustrious career with the club. In the following years, Totti's role within Roma began to solidify. By the age of 18, he was a regular starter for the team and started to showcase his immense potential. His playing style evolved, and Totti transitioned from a forward into the role of an attacking midfielder, where he would spend most of his career, creating chances and dictating the tempo of the game. His versatility allowed him to operate in various attacking positions, from deep-lying playmaker to a more advanced attacking role. Totti's early years were marked by impressive performances in both domestic and international competitions. He quickly established himself as one of Italy's brightest talents, with his skillful dribbling, precise passing, and natural leadership on the pitch earning him comparisons to Italy's greats. His ability to score stunning goals, including a penchant for free kicks and long-range shots, made him one of the most exciting players in Europe. Career peak and major achievements. Totti's peak years came during the late 1990s and early 2000s, a period in which he led Roma to some of their most successful seasons. In the 2000-2001 Serie A season, Totti was instrumental in Roma winning their third league title in the club's history. Totti's performances that season were extraordinary, and his leadership on and off the pitch made him the undisputed captain of the team. Throughout his career, Totti won numerous individual accolades and was consistently ranked among the best footballers in the world. He was named Serie A Footballer of the Year in 2000 and 2003, and his outstanding performances earned him a spot in the 2006 FIFA World Cup winning squad. While Italy was victorious in the tournament, Totti was not as influential as he had been in previous years, but his contribution to the team and his leadership on the field were pivotal in their success. Totti's role as captain of Roma made him a symbol of loyalty and commitment in modern football. He led the team through highs and lows, winning the Coppa Italia and several other trophies along the way. Despite offers from some of Europe's most prestigious clubs, including Real Madrid and Juventus, Totti chose to remain at Roma, and his loyalty to the club made him a living legend in Rome. One of the most defining aspects of Totti's career was his love for the game and his resilience. He was known for playing through pain and refusing to leave the field during crucial matches. His bond with the city of Rome and its fans created a unique connection that would last throughout his entire playing career. International career and legacy. Totti's international career with Italy spanned over a decade, with his first cap coming in 1998. He played a vital role in the 2000 UEFA European Championship, where Italy reached the final, but he was sent off in the final against France. However, it was during the 2006 FIFA World Cup that Totti achieved his ultimate international success. Although Totti was not as prominent in Italy's lineup during the tournament, he still made significant contributions, including a crucial penalty in the penalty shootout against Australia in the round of 16. Italy went on to win the World Cup, with Totti's leadership and his calm demeanor under pressure providing a steadying influence on the team. Totti's international career ended after the World Cup win, and he retired from the Italian national team. His international legacy was marked by his occasional match-winning performances, his leadership, and his influence on the field. On the club level, Totti's career continued to flourish as Roma became a consistent contender in Serie A. While they were not able to capture another league title during his time, the club continued to compete for top honors, with Totti at the heart of the team. He was involved in the club's deep runs in European competitions, including their semi-final appearances in the UEFA Champions League in 2007. Final years and retirement. Totti's final years at Roma were marked by injuries and the inevitable slowing down of his body. Nevertheless, he continued to play an essential role in the team, providing leadership and an unrivaled understanding of the game. As Roma entered a period of transition in the late 2010s, Totti became a mentor to younger players, helping them adjust to the pressures of top-level football. In 2017, after an extraordinary 25-year career with Roma, Francesco Totti announced his retirement from football. His farewell to Roma was an emotional occasion, with the entire city of Rome coming together to honor one of their most beloved figures. Totti retired as the club's all-time leading goal scorer and the player with the most appearances for the club, cementing his place as a club legend. Totti's decision to retire was due to his body no longer being able to perform at the elite level he had maintained throughout his career. His retirement marked the end of an era for AS Roma, and the club had to move forward without their captain. However, Totti's impact would continue to be felt for years to come. Post-retirement and legacy. After retiring from playing, Totti took up various roles within AS Roma, working as a director and helping guide the club into the future. He continued to serve as an ambassador for the sport, and his passion for football remained clear. Totti's legacy is not just defined by his technical ability or his leadership on the pitch, it is defined by his loyalty to Roma and his determination to succeed. As a player, Totti embodied the values of hard work, passion, and loyalty. He was a player who could make something out of nothing, a magician with the ball at his feet. His extraordinary career, which spanned over 25 years, has cemented him as one of the greatest footballers of his generation and one of the finest playmakers of all time. Totti's story is one of loyalty to a single club, a rare phenomenon in modern football, and his name will forever be associated with AS Roma and Italian football as a whole. Even in retirement, his impact on the game remains undeniable, and he is remembered as a symbol of greatness and dedication. Early life and football beginnings. Glenn de Boeck was born on October 18, 1971, in Eeklo, a town in the Flanders region of Belgium. Growing up in a football-loving country, de Boeck was drawn to the sport from an early age. His passion for football was nurtured in the local streets and parks, where he first showed his skills as a natural defender. It wasn't long before he joined local youth teams, where his disciplined approach and leadership on the field began to catch the attention of scouts. From the beginning of his career, it was clear that de Boeck had the physical attributes, intelligence, and tenacity to succeed as a professional footballer. His solid build, standing at 1.85 meters, 6 feet 1 inch, made him a commanding presence in defense, while his calmness and composure under pressure set him apart from many of his peers. De Boeck's early years in the youth systems of local clubs laid the foundation for what would become a distinguished football career. Professional beginnings at Kilovolt. Oostende. De Boeck's professional career began in 1990, when he made his debut for Kilovolt Oostende, a club located in the coastal town of Oostende. While the club was not one of the top teams in Belgium at the time, de Boeck's talent did not go unnoticed. In his early years at Oostende, he played regularly as a central defender, earning a reputation as a tough, no-nonsense player who was always ready to battle for his team. Though Oostende played in the lower tiers of Belgian football during de Boeck's time there, his performances stood out, and it became clear that the young defender had the potential to play at a higher level. His time at Oostende was marked by solid performances, where he gained crucial experience in Belgium's top division. The club's defensive setup benefited greatly from his leadership and discipline, with de Boeck emerging as one of the standout players. Move to KRC Genk, national recognition. In 1993, de Boeck made a career-defining move to KRC Genk, one of Belgium's most promising and ambitious clubs. This move marked a significant step in his development, as Genk was on the rise, aiming to compete for top honors in Belgian football. At Genk, de Boeck continued to evolve as a player, and it wasn't long before he became one of the key figures in the team's defense. During his time at Genk, de Boeck's defensive abilities flourished. He formed a solid central defensive partnership with other talented defenders, helping the team achieve respectable finishes in the Belgian Pro League. His leadership on the field was a significant factor in the team's success. De Boeck was often seen organizing the defense and marshalling the back line, ensuring the team maintained a solid structure both defensively and offensively. His performances at Genk soon attracted the attention of the national team selectors, and de Boeck began to earn call-ups to the Belgian national team. His reputation as a strong, reliable, and intelligent defender made him a regular choice for both club and country. A career at RSC Anderlecht, the pinnacle of Belgian football. In 1998, de Boeck took the next step in his career by transferring to RSC Anderlecht, one of the most prestigious football clubs in Belgium and Europe. The move was a major milestone, as Anderlecht had a history of domestic dominance and regular participation in European competitions. At Anderlecht, de Boeck was joining a team of established stars, but his abilities ensured that he earned a place in the starting lineup. De Boeck's first few seasons at Anderlecht were incredibly successful, as he quickly became one of the club's most important players. As a central defender, his ability to read the game and anticipate opposition attacks helped Anderlecht maintain their defensive strength. He was an essential part of the team that won multiple Belgian league titles during his time at the club. His performances in both domestic and European competitions earned him recognition as one of Belgium's top defenders. De Bock played in several prestigious matches, including European Cup fixtures against some of Europe's top teams. His experience at the highest level of club football was invaluable, and his leadership qualities on the pitch were instrumental in Anderlecht's success. International career, representing Belgium. Glenn de Bock's performances at club level earned him a prominent role in the Belgian national team. He made his international debut in 1996 and went on to earn 40 caps for his country. De Bock represented Belgium in major international tournaments, including the UEFA European Championship and FIFA World Cup qualifiers. One of his most significant international appearances came during the 2002 FIFA World Cup qualifying campaign, where De Bock was part of the Belgian squad that narrowly missed out on a spot in the tournament. Despite Belgium's failure to qualify for the tournament, De Bock's leadership and performances for the national team continued to be a source of pride for the Belgian footballing community. Although he never played in a World Cup, De Bock's consistent performances with the national team earned him the respect of his teammates and coaches. His experience at the highest level of club football made him a reliable figure for the national team during his career. His leadership in the center of defense was key to Belgium's competitive campaigns during the late 1990s and early 2000s. Moved to France, a short stint at Olympique de Marseille. In 2004, De Bock took another bold step in his career by moving to France to play for Olympique de Marseille in Ligue 1. This move allowed him to compete at a high level in one of Europe's top leagues. However, his time in France was short-lived. De Bock struggled to secure a starting position at Marseille, and after a season, he decided to return to Belgium. While his time in France may not have been as successful as his previous stints in Belgium, the experience of playing in a new league and competing against top French teams was an important chapter in his career. De Bock's brief time at Marseille showed his willingness to challenge himself and experience different football cultures. Returned to Belgium, playing for Germinal Beerschot. After his brief period in France, De Bock returned to Belgium in 2005 to play for Germinal Beerschot. This move was a return to familiar territory, and De Bock played an important role in the team's defense. While Beerschot was not one of the top clubs in Belgium, De Bock's experience and leadership helped the team remain competitive in the Belgian Pro League. At Beerschot, De Bock enjoyed a steady playing time, where his leadership skills were highly valued. He continued to demonstrate his tactical awareness and defensive capabilities, even as he entered the latter stages of his playing career. Retirement and coaching career. Glenn de Bock retired from professional football in 2011 after a long and successful career. Following his retirement, he shifted his focus to coaching. De Bock had always shown a keen interest in the tactical side of football, and his extensive playing experience made him a natural transition to management. He began his coaching career in the lower leagues of Belgian football, where he took on managerial roles at various clubs. His knowledge of the game and leadership qualities helped him gain respect as a coach. While his managerial career has not reached the heights of his playing days, De Bock has remained committed to developing young talent and improving Belgian football. Early life and beginnings. Marco Materazzi was born on August 19, 1973, in the coastal city of Lecce, Italy. Raised in a family that wasn't particularly involved in football, Materazzi's passion for the sport began at an early age. Growing up in southern Italy, he played the game from his childhood, initially starting at a local club, Lecce, where his defensive skills began to take shape. A strong and tall player, Materazzi's athleticism quickly caught the attention of scouts and coaches. At the age of 16, Materazzi joined the Lecce youth team, making his professional debut with the club in 1992. He spent several years in Lecce's first team, where he honed his defensive abilities and developed his reputation as a no-nonsense center-back. His performances were strong, but Lecce was a smaller club, and it wasn't long before larger Serie A clubs took notice of his potential. Early club career, the leap to Serie A. In 1996, Materazzi made the move to Perugia, a club with greater ambitions and a competitive place in Serie A. At Perugia, he developed further as a player, earning a reputation as one of the league's toughest defenders. His time at the club allowed him to showcase his aerial ability, strength in tackles, and an ability to read the game, attributes that would define his career. Materazzi's performances were consistent and earned him a call-up to the Italian national team for the first time in 1998. While his international debut came during Italy's ill-fated 1998 World Cup campaign, the defender had already made an impression on the footballing world with his physical style of play and commitment to his craft. By 1999, after 3 solid seasons with Perugia, Materazzi moved to Étoile du Sahel, a brief spell abroad before returning to Italy with Inter Milan in 2001, which would become the defining club of his career. Joining Inter Milan, the peak of Materazzi's career. Marco Materazzi's move to Inter Milan in 2001 marked the beginning of his most successful and high-profile chapter. Under the guidance of coach Hector Cupar, Materazzi became a key member of the defense for one of Italy's most prestigious clubs. Despite joining a team full of big names, he quickly made a name for himself through his tough tackling and leadership on the pitch. Inter's defense, which also boasted stars such as Javier Zanetti and Ivan Cordoba, thrived with Materazzi at the center. One of the defining features of Materazzi's playing style was his ability to be a no-nonsense center-back, often engaging in physical duels with opposing forwards. While he was known for his tough style, he was also a reliable player with the ability to score goals, particularly from set pieces. He scored numerous headers during his career, making him a dual threat for both defense and attack. Key achievements at Inter Milan. Materazzi's tenure at Inter Milan was a period of success both for him personally and for the club. Under the leadership of coach Roberto Mancini, Materazzi helped the team win the Serie A title in the 2006-2007 season, ending an 18-year drought for Inter. This victory marked a turning point in the club's history, and Materazzi's defensive leadership was pivotal during this campaign. However, it was 2009 and the arrival of José Mourinho as Inter's manager that truly elevated Materazzi's standing. Under Mourinho, Inter achieved significant success, including winning back-to-back Serie A titles in the 2007-2008 and 2008-2009 seasons, while Materazzi's role as a central figure in defense was central to their dominance. The pinnacle of his career came in 2010, when Inter won the treble, comprising the Serie A, the Coppa Italia, and the UEFA Champions League. Materazzi played a key part in their Champions League victory, which capped off a historic season. Although he did not play in the final against Bayern Munich, his presence and leadership on the field were crucial during the earlier stages of the competition. Materazzi's role as a veteran center-back was integral to Inter's deep run into the tournament, and his experience helped shape a well-rounded defense. International career, World Cup glory. Marco Materazzi's international career is perhaps best known for his involvement in the 2006 FIFA World Cup, a tournament that saw him play a pivotal role in Italy's successful campaign. He was called up as part of Marcello Lippi's squad for the tournament, where Italy was one of the favorites to win. Materazzi was initially not expected to start for Italy, but following an injury to Alessandro Nesta, he became a central figure in the Azzurri defense. Throughout the tournament, Materazzi's defensive performances were solid, and he even scored a vital goal in the final against France. In one of the most memorable moments of the World Cup, he headed in the equalizing goal in the 2006 World Cup final after Zinedine Zidane had given France an early lead with a penalty. The match would go into extra time, and after a dramatic few minutes, the game ended in a penalty shootout, which Italy won 5-3, giving them their 4th World Cup title. However, Materazzi's World Cup legacy would forever be linked to a famous incident in the final, where French captain Zidane headbutted him in response to an alleged insult. Despite this, Materazzi was unrepentant, claiming that he had said nothing to provoke Zidane. The incident became one of the defining moments of the final and, by extension, the tournament. The 2006 World Cup victory cemented Materazzi's status as a national hero, and his place in Italian football history was firmly secured. He retired from international football after the tournament but had contributed greatly to Italy's triumph in one of the most significant World Cup campaigns of all time. Final years and retirement. After his triumphant 2010 season, Marco Materazzi's career began to wind down, and he eventually announced his retirement from professional football in 2014. His final years at Inter Milan saw him transition to a more limited role as a backup player, though he still played in important matches during Inter's campaigns. Although his playing time decreased in the latter stages of his career, Materazzi remained an influential figure in the dressing room, often acting as a mentor to younger defenders. He retired having won numerous honors, including 4 Serie A titles, 4 Coppa Italia titles, and a Champions League title. His influence on the pitch, particularly in Italy's World Cup victory, ensured that his legacy as one of the finest defenders of his generation would endure. Post-retirement and legacy. After his retirement, Marco Materazzi transitioned into coaching and football commentary. He has occasionally worked as an analyst for Italian television networks, offering insights into the game with his vast knowledge of football tactics and strategy. Materazzi's passion for the sport has not waned since his playing days, and he has continued to be involved in football in various capacities. In addition to his post-playing career, Materazzi has also taken part in charity work and established his own academy to help nurture young football talent. His long-standing connection with Inter Milan remains strong, and he has made appearances at Inter's home games as a part of special events for fans and alumni. Sigifredo Mercato was born on December 21, 1968, in Toluca, Mexico. Growing up in a football-obsessed country, Mercado was drawn to the sport at a young age, playing football in his local neighborhood. He soon showed promise as a midfielder, displaying both vision and technical skills on the field. His talents were recognized early, and by the late 1980s, Mercado joined the ranks of the Ángeles de Puebla Football Club, marking the beginning of his professional career. This was the starting point that would launch Mercado into the top levels of Mexican football. His performances with Ángeles de Puebla attracted the attention of larger clubs, and Mercado moved to Puebla FC, where he began to develop into a key player. His time at Puebla helped him hone his skills, especially in terms of his ability to control the pace of the game from midfield. Mercado was not only known for his technical ability but also for his tenacity and leadership on the field, qualities that would define his career. His steady rise through the ranks of Mexican football saw him transition to playing for some of the country's most prominent teams. The rise to prominence. In the early 1990s, Mercado's skills were no longer a secret in the Mexican football world. His next move saw him join Club Toluca, one of the most successful clubs in the country at the time. This was a pivotal point in Mercado's career, as it allowed him to play alongside some of the best footballers in Mexico. His time at Toluca helped him gain experience and build his reputation as a hard-working, reliable midfielder who could control a game and contribute both defensively and offensively. Mercado's performances at Toluca eventually caught the eye of other top clubs, and he moved to Lyon, where his career further flourished. It was during this period at Lyon that Mercado truly started to make a name for himself as a versatile and consistent player, capable of contributing to his team's success in both domestic leagues and international competitions. His time at Lyon and the experience he gathered playing at the highest levels of Mexican football would serve him well in the years to come, career peak and national team success. Sigifredo Mercado's peak came in the late 1990s and early 2000s when he became an integral part of the Mexican national team. Mercado made his first appearance for Mexico in 1998, and over the next few years, he would go on to earn 21 caps for his country. He played in key tournaments, including the 1998 CONCACAF Gold Cup, where Mexico emerged victorious, securing their third Gold Cup title. Mercado was an essential player in the midfield, contributing significantly to Mexico's dominance in the tournament. 79 West Source. The 2002 FIFA World Cup marked the zenith of Mercado's international career. Mercado was selected by coach Javier Aguirre to represent Mexico in the tournament in South Korea and Japan. He played a key role in the Mexican squad, participating in all 3 group stage matches, including a crucial match against Croatia. Mercado's work ethic, combined with his calmness under pressure, made him an indispensable part of the team. The 2002 World Cup remains one of the defining moments of Mercado's career, as he helped Mexico reach the round of 16 before being eliminated by the United States. At the club level, Mercado continued to play for various teams, including Puebla FC and Atlas, but it was his time with León and his consistent international performances that solidified his reputation as one of Mexico's finest midfielders of his generation. Mercado's versatility in midfield allowed him to dictate the tempo of the game, making him a key player for both his club and national team. Main achievements and legacy. Sigifredo Mercado's career was marked by several major achievements. His most significant accomplishments include his participation in the 1998 CONCACAF Gold Cup, where Mexico triumphed, and his key role in Mexico's 2002 World Cup campaign. Mercado was also part of the Mexican team that participated in the 2001 Copa America, another major tournament in Latin American football. Despite not winning the tournament, Mercado's performances in these competitions were crucial to Mexico's success and helped establish his reputation as a reliable and capable midfielder, 79+ source. At the club level, Mercado's achievements were equally impressive. He won multiple domestic titles with clubs such as León and Toluca. Mercado's ability to contribute to his team's success both offensively and defensively made him an invaluable asset throughout his career. His leadership, hard work, and consistency on the field earned him respect from teammates, coaches, and fans alike. His career at León, in particular, stands out, as it was during his time with the club that Mercado truly became a household name in Mexican football. The last years of his football career. As Mercado entered his 30s, his playing time began to decrease, and he slowly phased out of international football. He continued to play for clubs like Puebla FC and Atlas before ultimately retiring from professional football in the mid-2000s. By the time Mercado retired, he had left behind a solid legacy both at the club and international levels. While he did not end his career with a major domestic league title, Mercado's influence on the Mexican national team and his contributions to some of Mexico's most successful years in football remained undeniable. Following his retirement, Mercado largely stepped away from the football spotlight, although his name is still remembered fondly by Mexican football fans. His involvement in football now comes through occasional media appearances and as a figure of respect within the football community. Mercado's legacy endures in the hearts of those who watched him play for both his club and country, and he is considered one of the most skilled and dependable midfielders in Mexican football history.